Been sitting here thinking while I'm watching Snowpiercer. That's a gruesome but a great movie to watch. It's like the end of the world, and the world froze. And this genius scientist invented a train that ran on blood, ran forever, and it never run out of anything. And they had so many people on there. It's gruesome, it really is. But it ends with this young Chinese or Korean girl or something, and a younger boy that got saved from off of there getting free, and everybody else died because they mutinied against everybody. And them two were saved, and they they were all bundled up, and everything was, and they headed out into the wilderness. So I've been sitting there watching that. But while I've been sitting here, uh, you know how, and this started quite some time ago. How when you go to a store and you're ready to pay, check out, and they say, "Well, would you like to round that off?" Well, it started getting worse. Well, would you like to tip? Well, and of course, some of them just automatically add stuff on there, and and a lot. Sometimes I'll give like um, a tip to like a counter person that's like giving, over the counter, like, I don't know, like pizza. You're buying pizza, and they got that little thing out front. Would you like to give a tip? And at Goodwill now too, they're asking, would you like to do this? And I donate this or whatever. And then of course, and then the Goodwill stores, which are supposed to be there to help you, because people give them that stuff to help people to have nice things cheaply. And so now they're not bagging it up for you anymore. Now, some of them are really good and they save the boxes and they help you with boxes. But they supply you with bags, permanent bags, and some of them are like 99 cents, sort of like Aldi's is doing now. And uh, uh, you have to buy a bag, and they won't bag it up for you. You have to do it. Well, think about it. Really think about it. These companies are so desperate. They need us and our money so desperately that now they're begging us for extra money. Well, would you donate this? Would you donate that? Bag your own groceries, because, of course, Aldi started that a while back. But now, like the Goodwill, you bag it yourself, man. I don't get paid enough. You bag it. I said one day we ought to get paid, for doing our own bagging. But think about it. Really think about it. Now, these companies are begging. We've got the power, folks. We've got the power. They need our money. And if we would all stop unnecessary stuff, just eat the bare essentials, and go as uh, fancy as we can in our lifestyle without breaking our bank and making them rich. But I said that's what I was doing. I was sitting there thinking about that. They need us. They're begging us to give them money. Now, why else would they start that? If they're doing as great as we all think they are, I mean, they're doing much better than any of us are, but and they're still making millions of dollars, but they want to make more. So now they're going to stick their neck out and beg us like beggars standing on the street. And that's basically what it is, folks. Oh, God. Next time I go to the store, I'm gonna I'm gonna do that because now I've got my nerve because when I went on one of my dates, he and I would joke around on the phone because there's this comic out that goes around and travels around the country, and he'll say, "Oh, would you just look at that?" And he'll repeat that over and over and over again. Oh my God, people get so tired of me. Would you just look at that? Well, he did it to a dog one day on YouTube, right? So my date and I were sitting in the car in the park because it started raining earlier, but then it quit. And this guy come walking by with a little dog in a little sweater outfit. I said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. He got up next to me and I looked down at him and I said, "Oh, would you just look at him? Just look at him. Would you just look at him? Just look at him. Isn't he adorable? Just look at him." And the guy said, "It's a female." So now I know I've got the guts to say stuff. So next time when somebody says, "Would you like to?" I'm going to say, "Oh, so now the company's doing so bad that they got to beg their customers for money, huh?" God. But oh, and there was something else I wanted to say. Now listen to this. This happened to me today. After I went to the laundromat and found out that I couldn't use their wash machines, hauled that stuff all back out to my car, got in, went to Wendy's, and I ordered me some chili. And then I went over to McDonald's and got me a vanilla milkshake. But while I'm ordering the chili from Wendy's, she said, "Well, would you like to have some cheese and onions with that?" And I said, "What? What do you mean cheese and onions?" "Well, we're told to offer that." And I said, "Well, don't the chili already have onions in it?" "Well, no, ma'am." And I said, "When did that start? When do you make chili without onions in it?" So here it is, folks. I know why they're doing it because a lot of people don't like the onions. So they'll say, "I don't want onions in my chili or whatever, or on my sandwich or whatever." But what about us that want the chili with the onions in it? Because I don't like raw onions in my chili. I mean, I like raw onions, but I don't want it in my chili. And I said, "You got to be kidding me." I said, "First of all, I can't eat raw onions. So no, I don't want onions." So it's almost like you have to make your own chili. Oh my God! Another time, me and my brother, we was in Florida. We'd moved down there, and we decided to go to Wendy's and eat. We want a salad, so we ordered a salad. And got this great big gigantic bag. Went out to the truck. We had to make it ourselves. Gave us all the bag of tortillas, and it was taco salad, is what it was. and all the ingredients, and we had to sit there in the truck and sort everything all out and make the salad. I said, me and my brother both said, "No, this ain't happening. This is not happening. If I had to pay that much money and make my own salad, it ain't gonna happen." So I took it back. I said, "What is this? I mean, now you want me to make my own salad and pay for it too?" Well, they give me my money back, but I thought, what in the HELL hockey sticks is this world coming to? If you're going to make it yourself, you might as well buy the ingredients and go home and make it at home. So, anyway, but I thought that was pretty neat that when next time you go to the store and they ask you for, would you like to round that off, or would you like to donate to this, or whatever, that little bit of extra money, and watch your receipts, because there'll be extra added on there if you're not watching close enough. And don't be afraid to question it. Speak up. That's one of the things that we can do without protesting. You start speaking up. Watch what they're asking you for, and speak up and say, "Well, the company must be going broke if you have to beg me for money." All right, you guys, I love y'all. I just had to do this, and I put out a lot. I was doing some music tonight, and I felt like doing some music. And it kind of relaxes me a little bit, makes me feel good. Anyway, so, and um, just sitting here relaxing, and I get to thinking about that. The companies need our money. They need us, folks. They need us. We really could start calling our own shots if we'd act on it at the right time. No protesting. Just no more buying. No more letting them round it off. That kind of thing. So remember, a merry heart doeth good like medicine, but a broken spirit will dry up your bones. And as a man thinks in his heart, as a man believes with his heart, that's the direction he'll go in, be it good or bad. But if you believe you can, or you believe you can't, you're right either way. But if you believe you can and stay with that belief, then you'll find your heart will start moving you in the directions that you really want to go for what you want to do. You'll have a great day. I love y'all. Well, great evening, actually, because it's 10 after 10 o'clock. So, all right, well, y'all have a great day. Love y'all.